Student, I am Toton Ghosh. Today I am going to discuss a poem which is written by William Wordsworth. What is the name of the poem? The name of the poem is I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud. Okay, I wandered lonely as a cloud. This line has been taken from the first line of the poem. I wandered lonely as a cloud. Okay, now I will discuss each and every line of the poem, and next you also get the utmost benefits of the word meanings. I wandered lonely as a cloud means wandered means walked around. WALKED, walked around. Okay, means I wandered lonely as a cloud means the speaker describes how he walked around and felt as lonely as a cloud. He doesn't say walked around but uses the much more descriptive word wandered. The speaker is projecting his own loneliness on the clouds. Next line, that floats on high over vales and hills. That floats, that means the clouds. Okay, that floats on high over vales and hills. Over vales and hills means the clouds float over many hills and valleys. When all at once I saw a crowd. When all at once means suddenly, means while the poet was wandering at the time, he saw a crowd. Crowd means the speaker sees a group of daffodil flowers. A group of daffodil flowers means when the speaker was wandering as a cloud, at that time he saw a crowd means a group of daffodils. Next, a host of golden daffodils. A host of golden daffodils means we tend to think of daffodils. We tend to think, what is daffodils? Means daffodils as yellow, but he uses the more majestic sounding golden to describe the flowers. Okay, golden daffodils means the color, actually the color is yellow, but he uses the more majestic sounding golden to describe the flowers. Okay, beside the lake, beneath the trees. Beside the lake and beneath the trees means he sees the daffodils beside a lake, and beneath the trees means underneath some trees. Fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Fluttering and dancing means it is a breezy day, windy day, and the flowers flutter and dance on their stems. Now, next pair. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way. They stretched in the never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in the sprightly dance. Means continuous as the stars. Continuous as the stars. Sign, that sign. Means this emphasizes the point that there are a lot of daffodils, means which are looking like stars from above. More daffodils than he has probably ever seen before. After all, these are flowers that usually grow in scattered groups in the wild or in people's gardens. Okay, next, and twinkle on the Milky Way, and twinkle on the Milky Way means the flowers stretch continuously without a break, like the stars in the Milky Way galaxy, each one gleaming like a star. They stretched in never-ending line. They stretched means the flowers, the daffodils stretched in never-ending line, means like the Milky Way. The flowers are roughly concentrated in a line that seems to stretch as far as the eye can see. along the margin of a bay means the flowers line the shore of a bay of the lake, which must be a relatively large lake. 10,000 saw I at a glance. 10,000 means the speaker takes in 10,000 dancing flowers at once. Okay, at once. That's a lot of daffodils. Means that's a lot of daffodils. Okay, 10,000 means a lot of daffodils. Saw I at a glance. Tossing their heads in sprightly dance. Tossing their heads means the flowers toss their heads while dancing to the wind. By heads, we think he means the part of the flower with the petals, the weight of which causes the rest of the flowers to bob. Now, next line. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay. In such a jocund company, I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. Now, I will discuss each line. The waves beside them danced. The waves beside them danced. Means the waves also dance in the bridge because of the wind, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. But they, here they means this pronoun has been used for the flowers, for the daffodils. But they outdid the sparkling waves in glee means the waves sparkle, which creates yet another association with the stars. Everything seems to be gleaming and twinkling and shining and sparkling. A poet here outdid means crossed the sparkling waves in glee. Okay, means the daffodils crossed the sparkling waves in glee. Next, a poet could not but be gay. A poet could not but be gay means the speaker renders the poem, except he refers to himself in the first person, a poet. He is just saying it's like he had no choice but to be happy naturally. A poet could not but be gay means a poet could not remain but be gay, but be cheerful, but be happy. In such a jocund company, the flowers and waves feel like companions to him. They are all balls. I gazed and gazed, but little thought. I gazed and gazed, but little thought means the repetition of gaze tells us that he kept looking at the flowers for a long time. It is as if the speaker enjoys looking at these daffodils at the time, but doesn't realize exactly how great of a gift he has just received with his vision. What wealth the show to me had brought. What wealth means apparently the speaker doesn't think that he fully appreciated the vision at the time. Means what wealth? Wealth means actually property. What wealth? The show means what is the show? Means the daffodils, which means the daffodils, the flower daffodils shows the poet and brought back a great wealth to him. Now it is the last stanza. For oft when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of her solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. For oft when on my couch I lie means first. For oft means sometimes. When on my couch I lie. He sets the scene, means he sets the scene. He often sits on his couch. Oft means often or sometimes. Wait, on my couch I lie. Sits, lie means sits. In vacant or in pensive mood. In vacant or in pensive mood, sometimes his mind is empty. Sometimes vacant means empty, or in pensive mood means at other times he feels pensive, which means he thinks kind of sad thoughts. They flash upon that inward eye. They means the flowers, the flower daffodils. When he gets in this downer moods, the image of the daffodils flashes through his mind. The inward eye expresses what Wordsworth felt to be a deeper, truer spiritual vision. What is the bliss of solitude? What is the bliss? Means the vision is spontaneous. Spontaneous like a crack of lightning. And then my heart with pleasant pleasure fills. And then my heart with pleasure fills. Means he feels happy again. It's almost like the same experience he had while wandering through nature at the beginning of the poem, when the real daffodils pushed the loneliness out of his mind and dances with the daffodils. And he dances with the flowers and is happy again. The poem was inspired by an event on 15th April 1802, in which Wordsworth and his sister Dorothy, what was the name of his sister? Dorothy, 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 came across a long belt of daffodils, written sometime between 1804 and 1807. In 1804, by Wordsworth's own account, it was first published in 1807 in Poems in 2 volumes, and a revised version was published in 1815. The inspiration for the poem came from a walk Wordsworth took with his sister Dorothy around Glension Bay, Ullswater, in the Lake District. He would draw on this to compose I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud in 1804, inspired by Dorothy's journal entry describing the walk. Thank you to all of my dear students for watching my video till the end. If you like my video, so you can share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.